Hello, welcome to my 2015 Week 3 NaNoWriMo coverage. I'm doing pretty well so far right now, just because I just came out of a great spurt of writing. Before that, I wasn't doing nearly as well, but now I am at 37,714 words. Yay! So I feel like I'm in really good shape to go into week 4. Week 4 being for me, and I know for a lot of other people, Thanksgiving weekend, and so that can take you out of your routine. I know I'm going home for a couple of days, but not for too long actually. Not only because of NaNoWriMo, but because alas, I need to go to work again on Friday. Oh well. So anyway, one of the big things I tried to do this week was to go to the DC Public Library because they've been advertising doing NaNoWriMo write-ins, and they also advertised having like tote bags and other goodies for people who signed up. And this year I joined the DC Public Library. I live in a nearby county in Maryland, but because I live so close and I work in DC, I was eligible to get a library card, so I finally decided to go ahead and do that. You can't have too many library cards. That's my motto. But I think I waited too long to attend an event. I mean, it was after the 15th, halfway through, and I walked after work to one of the libraries, and it said on the website that there was supposed to be something going on, but there wasn't, and I assumed it's because, there's probably less interest, maybe this far into it. All of the excitement of the early days is kind of over, and I don't know how these library-run write-ins work. Most of the stuff I've ever done is sort of individually run write-ins, and a lot of them don't have a lot of people coming to them either. So I don't know. Anyway, there wasn't anything going on, and the people working at the library didn't really know much about what I was talking about. So I decided to go to another library nearby, to the main branch library, to see, oh, what the hell, maybe they have a tote bag or something because I'm eligible for one, and I thought it would be fun to have swag to show off in this video. So that's what I did, and it was an interesting night. It was kind of rainy, and I'm walking through the streets of DC with my GPS, and the streets in DC can be kind of crazy. Like, they're usually pretty structural, but like grids, but occasionally there's diagonal streets that run through them, and that throws off my GPS a little. And also when I'm walking and I stop at a stoplight, sometimes it gets confused and thinks I'm going onto another street before I am, and it recalculates my directions, and I'm like, no, wait, I'm still going this way. And then I even had this instance where I was in the middle of the walk and I was passing a CVS and realizing that I needed something. And so I just dashed in to try and get it. And I got one of those salespeople that, follows right behind you when they ask, do you need anything? And you say, oh, I'm looking for this. And oh, it's over here. And she's like right like behind me saying, it's here, it's here, it's here. And when somebody does that to me, it just like completely shuts me down. Like, I just feel so judged and so watched, and something could be right in front of my face and I won't see it because I'm just like way too, freaked by their presence near me. I don't know. And the whole time I was thinking, this feels like, one of those quirky moments you could put in a novel. But maybe I'm biased just because of the month that it is and trying to get words in. And anyway, so I did make it to the main library, and they also didn't have tote bags, although at least they knew what I was talking about. So I decided, I guess it just wasn't meant to be. But I do have my username and my stats on the DC Public Library website, their NaNoWriMo page. So I do have a little something to show you, and it tracks my progress for me. So here you go. Other than that, my week this week has largely been taken up by Mockingjay fever. I've gone and really, really enjoyed it, and just like I thought I would. And then I had this interesting experience coming out of the theater. I mean, I was coming out, and somebody thrust a booklet in my hand, and it was a YA booklet. I mean, it's not a YA booklet, it's sort of an excerpt of a YA book. And here it is. and Illuminate, and just recently published. And I was with a friend who is much better read in YA than I am, and she was immediately said, "Oh, I think I've read that," and I'm like, oh, "I've never heard of this," and I've just never actually heard of anything like that happening in a theater before. And it was weird timing for me. I'm coming out of the theater like, so it's like, oh, everything's happened. And the Katniss gets her peaceful life, and then someone's like, "Here, do you want a book?" And I'm like, "What? What's going on?" But that's really cool. I love the fact that I can go to a movie theater and to a Blockbuster and get a booklet and have book press. That's awesome. And I haven't been doing as much reading this month, surprise, surprise, with all the writing. So it's kind of nice to get something that gets me back in that spirit too. Hoping I can juggle the reading and the writing better as I go forward. So yeah, that's basically all I have for you. It's getting late here, so I'd better sign off, and hope everybody's doing really well. Hope everybody who is able to win now is winning great. And for the rest of us, no matter how many words you've written, if you're just plugging away at a project, you're doing great. Hope everybody's doing well, and I'll talk to you later. Keep writing. Bye.